Okay, 7D notes. This is, we're going to have, you're going to have to do division with polynomials. It's called long division. This is a skill that you're going to need for 7D. So this is not totally 7D. This is just a skill that's needed for 7D. So we're going to have to do division. We got to divide the polynomials. This is called long division. Long division. So let's get started. We have a to the third plus 7a squared plus 3a minus 35. That is going to be divided by 7a squared plus 3a minus 35. That is getting divided by a plus 5. So this is exactly how you used to divide. Set it up the same way as when you did just numbers. So when you're dividing this, you look at the first term of what you're dividing by. And you are going to divide the first term here by a first. So a to the third divided by a is a squared. So we divide this way, and then it goes up here. So a to the third divided by a is a squared. Now we take and multiply back down. So a squared times a is a to the third. A squared times 5 is 5a squared. Then we take and subtract each term, just like you did when you were in elementary school. A to the third, subtract a to the third, 0, those cancel out. 7a squared minus positive 5a squared is 2a squared. The next term then comes down, positive 3a. And now we take the first term and divide by the first term. So 2a squared divided by a is 2a. So it is positive 2a, so we write it up top. And we take and multiply back down. So we have 2a times a is 2a squared. 2a times 5 is 5a. Just kidding, 10a. 10a. And we need to take and subtract these. So we subtract them. 2a subtract 2a, or 2a squared subtract 2a squared, cancel out. 3a subtract 10a is a negative 7a. Next term comes down, is a negative 35. We do this process again. Negative 7a divided by a is a negative 7. And we take and multiply back down, so negative 7 times a, negative 7a. Negative 7 times 5, negative 35. And when we subtract these, we subtract the first terms, they cancel. Negative 35 minus negative 35 cancels out. You should always get 0 here. So you should always get 0 for this. Okay? So that is long division. We will be doing this again. I'll be doing this on the next example. Okay, so the actual 7D is to solve polynomials by division in quadratic formula. So first, you're going to get an example like this. It's going to ask you to solve x to the third plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 40 equals 0. First thing you're going to have to do, find the rational roots in the calculator. So you've got to find the roots in the calculator. So you put it in the calculator, graph it, and find the x-intercepts. Save time for this, so find the x-intercepts on the table. It's at negative 5. Negative 5, 0, so the x-intercept is negative 5. From this, we can find the factor. The factor for when x equals negative 5 is x plus 5. That is what you're going to divide out. we're going to divide this out. That is our next step. Divide out the roots from the equation. So you turn the root into factor, and now we're going to divide it out. So from what we just learned, you take first term and divide by the first term, x squared. Then multiply, it out, x squared times x, x to the third, x squared times 5, 5x squared. Be careful with your subtraction here. We're subtracting these. Subtract both terms. First term gets canceled. Second term, 3x squared. Subtract 5x squared is a negative 2x squared. That's where a lot of people make mistakes. Okay, and that's subtraction over to the second term. Bring your next term down. Okay, now then divide back up. Negative 2x squared divided by x over here. And that's negative 2x. Multiply it back in. Negative 2x times x, negative 2x squared. Negative 2x times 5 is negative 10x. Remember, subtract it again. We have the first terms will cancel out. Second terms, we have negative 2x subtracting negative 10x as plus. That comes out to 8x. The next term down, positive 40. We have 8x divided by x is 8. Multiply it out. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times 5 is 40. Subtract them. And in this case, you should always get 0. There should be no remainder when you're dividing this out. Now, we have, for this, we got to keep going. X squared minus 2x plus 8. This, we need to use the quadratic formula with. So x squared minus 2x minus 8. X squared minus 2x plus 8. So here's your A, your B, and your C in the quadratic formula. So let's plug it in. X equals, so the third thing is use the quadratic formula. Opposite of B, plus or minus the square root. B squared minus 4 times A times C. All over 2 times A. Simplify this down. You have inside, you have negative 2 squared is 4, minus 32 is a negative 28 over 2. Now we need to simplify square root of negative 28. We need to simplify this. Square root of negative 28, a lot of you have done this. You deal with the trees. Square root of a negative is I, and it's going to come out to be actually 2I square root of 7 over 2. And then you can simplify this further. It's a little hard. It's a terrible hard, but 2, 2, and 2 are all divisible by 2, so we divide them all by 2. You get 1, 1, and 1. So our final answer here is x equals 1 plus or minus 1I, which is just I, square root of 7, over 1, don't need that. So this is our answer, and don't forget, the very first answer we got, the very first, x equals negative 5, that is also a solution. So that's got to come down. So there are 3 solutions. You have 2 imaginary and 1 real. Sometimes special case, you have x cubed plus 8. This is a sum of cubes. So you cube root the first term, cube root the second term. First term is x, second term is 2. There's your a and b in the sum of cubes. So we have x plus 2, x squared, opposite, remember SO, S-O, a times b is 2x, and it's always positive. 2 squared is 4. Okay, so that's always positive. So from x plus your solution, mathematically the solution is -2. The solution from x squared minus 2x plus 4, that's where we need to use the quadratic formula. So 1 is a, -2 is b, and 4 is c, so let's use that. Opposite of b is +2 plus or minus the square root, -2 squared minus 4 times a times c. So in some cases, you can skip long division and use a special formula like sum or difference in cubes, and it makes it a lot easier. We have 2 squared underneath the radical, or -2 squared is 4, minus 16 is a -12 over 2. Simplify that down, you get 2 plus or minus square root of -12, you get I. Square root of 12 is 4 and 3, so you get 2 square root of 3. So you can do that with the trees if you like. And then simplify it down, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. It doesn't always divide by 2, it just happens both my examples do. You get 1 plus or minus 1 times I is I, square root of 3. Divide by 1, don't need to do that. The other solution is here at x equals -2. So x equals -2, and so there are our solutions. The first example will be the first example here. This will be your quiz. Alright. Comment, any questions? Remember, on even days, we'll be doing this on Thursday and on Wednesday. On days, we're going to do this on Tuesday. Come with any questions. Thank